Well, welcome to the podcast, man. For
Thanks.
sure. Yeah.
Let's get on with some airsoft stuff.
Again. Oh my God.
That's just too much
Like-
to talk about.
So anyone that's listening or watching this, Alex and I have done this podcast. Well, not this podcast, but have done we've talked on here 3 times, whatever. And the first time we tried to do this, like official podcast for, the channel, I was drunk as shit. Because so Alex lives on the West Coast. I live on the East Coast. And so 3-hour difference. So I'm 3 hours ahead of him. And the time we did it was late as hell. I think it was like 10 or 11 at night for me anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like 7 or 8 for you. And I can't remember what day of the week it was. I think it was a weekend. And we had our kids over. We were doing game night and I was drinking. And by the time I got on here, bro, I was like, I even told you after, I was like, I can't use that. I was fucked up.
And it went on for like 2 or 2.5 hours too. So
Dude.
You ended up barely leaving at 1:30 or 2.
Yeah, like 1:30 in the morning. So for me. So anyway, we've talked a few times, but we just started chatting a couple days ago and said, in fact, last night I said, hey, let's do a regular podcast where,
Just
we could
take it
just,
slow, take it easy.
yeah, let's do a normal one.
Mhm.
We can find out, your history, how you got started in airsoft. And of course, a big part of your life or time is 3D printing as well.
Mhm.
So let's start with where you grew up. Did you grow up in California?
Yeah, no, I don't remember it either. It's okay. I was in California my whole life, so
Yeah.
I'm local. I know everything around me by heart. Just
You're
I
kind of
don't
like
venture out.
LA area.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really
Yeah.
venture out too far too often. So, but when I do go, like I've been to Mexico twice. I
What
go
part?
north. Cabo, I've been
Hmm.
to as a vacation, of course.
Uh-huh.
But it's pretty good. And then a couple times actually once I went to Texas. Oh man, when I went to Texas, it was like everything was in HD green. Like it was just different than being in California.
Really?
There's so
What
much,
part of Texas?
I think it was Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here, let me check.
So there was like, so it was like green as far as like the foliage and the grass and all
like
that.
the greenery here is green, but it's like, it's a different shade of green. And some places, and you don't really see that same exact green. But when you
Right.
go there, you can see so much further out because there's a lot less smog.
Right.
And it's a little bit more like, there's more trees naturally over there from wherever I went. And it was just like, I didn't want to leave really. But anyway, I took a trip from Texas all the way back to California, driving the whole way, like 3 stops, like 12-hour drives every day. When I hit the bed at the hotel room, like when I was driving, taking breaks, it was like, wow, finally. It just felt so weird to be away from home. And as soon as I entered California, yes, there's that homeless guy. Oh, yes, there's that street. You can't go down.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
just starts going to shit. And the roads in Texas were so wide. Everything was just cleaner. It was like, imagine California is like 1080p. It's like normal, but whatever everybody has in their house. And then Texas was like 4K. It was just like a completely different experience.
Really?
I really liked it. Yeah.
Well, how long ago was that?
Last year, September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's probably my most recent trip. Yeah, but I go down to San Diego a lot, and I go to Santa Barbara a lot. So as
Gotcha.
far as like going on a vacation or anything, that's
Right.
where I'd go. But yeah, around here, if I would probably move anywhere, it'd probably be either Florida or Texas, to be honest.
Well, did you grow up with, do you have siblings? I don't know if
Yeah,
I ever asked you that
I-
before.
No, you did. I have one brother. He's 7 years
Okay.
older than me.
Gotcha.
big age gap, but pretty much we're like the same. He's like version 2.0 of me because he's older, so he
Really?
has like more experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
Pretty.
is he like engineer kind of uh, mechanical aptitude minded like you?
He works on cars.
Gotcha.
He's just as smart as me, but in a different field. So if I
Yeah.
told him like 3D printer stuff, no, but I get a lot of my creativity knowledge. He's my enabler, pretty much. Any
Yeah.
idea I have, he's like, go for it. Even if it's complete shit, he'll just want to see that I could do it. So I'm really happy for that. But
Oh,
as
that's
far as
cool.
like being the same engineering type, no, but he's more of like the problem solver though. He'll get whatever
Right.
it is done for sure.
So I understand, working on cars, you have to, you see the problem and then you can kind of see how things work and then work towards fixing it. Whereas, 3D printing and like art, because
Hmm.
I guess the way I feel like 3D printers, like yourself, whatever, you have more of a artistic kind of aspect because you can think of something in your head without seeing it and create it out of nothing.
Exactly.
And that,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm good at working on cars. I'm good at working on machines, where I can see things that are already there, right? Not creating
Hmm.
something from nothing, but I can see things that are already there. And then, oh, yeah, oh, okay, I see that broke. So I can, fix this. I see how this works, whatever. But, well, that's cool that you guys have a kind of good relationship that kind of work together or whatever.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really happy for is my family, pretty much. Like
Yeah, for
other than
sure.
that, I mean, to be honest, like everything's going really good, so I can't really ask for anything. Um, I'd say like every day, my life is reaching like a new high. Some people don't see it like that, even though they do have
Right.
everything. They just take it for granted, and it's just like they aren't really thankful for it. And then one day they don't have it, or one day one piece is missing, and they're like, "Holy shit, I did have it." So
Yeah,
I'm always like thankful for that. I pray every night that I have all this, whatever it is, whether it's 3D printing, like waking up, seeing the sun, my family, all of it.
that's good, dude. Yeah, it's people, the majority of people, they get stuck in this rut of life and they don't realize how important it is to be grateful for the things in our life.
Well, about the smiling part, my my professor in college said that when you smile, it's like you're exchanging a smile back with yourself because you're spreading out that positivity.
Right.
And I don't know, like I've been to the hardware store recently, and it's a specific experience. I said like, "What's up?" to three people, three different type of people. One that was just like looking at me, like I was going through the aisle, like he didn't want to help me for shit. So I was just like that. And then someone else who was smiling, happy, who helped me find what I was looking for that I couldn't find two times when I went to the store. And I'll tell you because it's about my HPA project. And finally, the last guy who was just chill. He was actually serious until I was talking with him like, "Hey, can you help me find this?" And he started like helping out, laughing, and he actually even gave me an idea. Um, so it changes a lot with the attitude that you put out there because some people might see you and think, "Oh, this guy's a big tough guy and he's really serious." I don't want to exchange eye contact with him. Versus like when you smile, just walking down happily, it makes a big difference because then it's like you have this different profile from someone immediately.
So
Well,
what is the what was the thing that you got an idea from this guy, this random person about your HPA project?
so yeah, I was using quick attach and detach connectors,
Yeah.
and those leaked every time I
Uh,
pressed the trigger to release air for a certain amount of time. He
you're
said,
talking
"Why
about the
don't you use?"
hose?
Yeah, the air hose
Yeah.
exactly. And he's like, "Why don't you just use like I think it's called a pressure fitting?" So what happens is you put in a tube, and as you tighten it, it pretty much just permanently seals the tube from one end to the other. So let's say, you give off 100 psi for 20 milliseconds. You don't lose any of it between the connectors, let alone the expansion of the thing. It always stays in there. So even if it expands for that 20 milliseconds, you still keep it in there until it's out, and then it rests at whatever it is, the psi. So anyway, yeah, that boosted a lot of my project. But sadly, all this talk about the HPA stuff, it's slowly coming to an end, only because I have seen 3 successful models of my HPA nozzles.
Yeah.
I do have my AK bullpup, which is ready for a video. It's shooting at around 420 FPS at a high PSI. I've proven to myself that it can be done. It's just me as one man. I can't really spend more than 2 months on one project that hasn't paid for anything yet. So I'm probably going to bury that project until next time that it comes back up. But till then, I have actually had a lot more success with customized projects. And have you heard about what's happening with Airsoft Innovations?
No.
Apparently, everything is in the internet, you can't believe it 100%, but apparently they're taking in a lot of orders for stuff, but they're not shipping anything out, and they might be filing for bankruptcy soon. So, and that gave me ideas because, Airsoft Innovation makes really, really cool products. And, the only reason I don't own one of everything they have is because of space and my money, second of all. And
right.
Also, obviously, the cost being, I saw a grenade of theirs, and it wasn't really the grenade design, shape, or anything. It was the fact that it used ramset cartridges. It's for hitting nails into concrete. It's literally imagine a blank-driven tool.
Right.
So I want to make a 3D printable airsoft grenade that will work with that blank. And I want to make it modular. So let's say, it's going to be impact driven, not timed, because it would be very difficult for that.
Right.
So the end goal here is to have something that every time you throw it, it's going to cost you 10 cents to set off that blank. And depending on how hard literally, you could just chuck a nade across anywhere you want, right? You could throw, imagine someone with a 50-mile-per-hour throwing it straight at a wall ahead of them just for the hell of it, right? It would probably, no matter what it is, have it then. So it being modular will be that it can come apart and you could change it with a different piece. And that will depend on the cost as well, if you're throwing it to break it or not. So
this would be an impact grenade?
Pretty much, yeah, an impact grenade,
okay.
The RGO or the RGN grenades.
Right.
If anybody plays Tarkov or knows a real life counterpart.
Yeah.
And the reason why I switched from the HPA project to that is because I see a lot larger future in that, because I myself couldn't get my hands on. It's called the Bang 22, their version.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. It's amazing because you have from intensity 1 through 5. 1 being it's safe to let off indoors without hearing. 5 being it's not safe to let out outdoors without hearing. So me giving the consumer that possibility from changing not only that, but the price cost being around 10 cents per blow, it's unheard of, unless if Airsoft.
Well, explain that back. Because I'm confused on how that would work. So the grenade would how is the grenade set up? So it's a solid piece.
Let's just call it a blank.
And you have a fuse or whatever.
Yeah, it goes in the seat, and then the hammer is held back by something that once it feels impact. So let's say this is still not even alpha production or anything. It's still just in designs and in my head. So once it hits somewhere, there's going to be a safety pin that when you let go, there's going to be a little area where this pin that's holding upwards from the hammer coming up to hit and blow the blank. Once this feels a motion that's hard enough, it's going to slip into a hole going up, and then this hammer is going to come all the way and hit the blank and blow it.
Oh, shit.
So, and the point of it costing only 10 cents is just that it comes in a pack of 100 and an intensity of 1 to 5. So pack of 100, I bought it from the store for $10.45. So 10 cents per a grenade blowing up is a crazy cost because you have grenades like the Thunder Bee, which is $2 per shell and about $1, or if you buy it like wholesale, 50 cents per cartridge for the CO2.
Yeah.
That's $2.50. That is astronomically higher than whatever you could be using with a Bank 22 from Airsoft Innovations. Or if I end up somehow, completing this project at the point where I'm comfortable with selling them,
Right.
it would be really cool to do. So I just want
Huh.
to market something that is cheap to use as a grenade because I've been to Hollywood Sports once 2 months ago. Did I tell you it was my first time playing in like 5 years?
Right.
Nobody was using grenades. I think a big point of that is because the cost of it. I think because you see
Or
people.
California, because that field might prohibit them. Honestly, like
Well,
the fire thing.
I thought that until the Thunder Bees went off, and I know Thunder Bee works with air. There's no like
Oh,
blowing
okay.
up. Thunder
Right,
Bee,
right.
like you're correct though, because Thunder Bees there, there's no fire thing with it. It
Okay.
just explodes
Gotcha.
because of the air.
Right.
The blank though, it is like a bullet going off a blank
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So there's a
But
spark and
there's
yeah.
yeah, but there's a lot of fields at Hollywood Sports that have zero. Actually, I'd say 99% of Hollywood Sports is not a fire hazard at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So just me doing that, and I want the price point to be around $50 instead of, I think it's $120. By the time you get
Yeah.
the Bank 22 in your hands, it's going to cost you $120.
For a
So
case or something.
for one, like it's one grenade, but
$120 for one grenade.
no, but it's it's reusable. That's the whole point.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So then,
But you have to go and find it.
yeah. See, that's the thing. It's been out of
What
stock
the
for
fuck?
so long, and how long can people just either pay? What is it? Tag Industries grenades. Oh my
Yeah.
god, they're crazy. They're unbelievable, but they're $15 each.
Well,
the general
tag-ins
cost.
are Russian made anyway. So all the shit that's going on now, I've heard that a lot of people can't get them.
Oh, okay. I don't know much. I just know that if for anybody who's playing Milslim or wants like that 1-to-1, tagging
Yeah.
is the way to go. So I don't want to hit that mark.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hit any market, but like that's not my goal. My goal is to
Right.
just get one of these in everybody's hands. So when they throw it, they're not thinking mentally like, oh shit, that's $2.50. Like
Right.
I don't want to,
Right.
baby it. No. Once you
Right.
throw that shit, use it, change everybody's
Don't worry about
experience on the
it. It's
field.
just
Don't
like
worry
shooting
about it.
BBs. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're not going to go
BBs.
pick up all your BBs and recycle them, and use them
Exactly.
again. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and even mine, that's $50. It's going to be meant to be, reusable.
Yeah.
So I have that project going on currently, but I live stream like all these things that I'm making.
I saw I watched part of your 3D printing live stream.
Oh, okay. How was it?
Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was good.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you had some good music going. It was
Yeah,
very
dude,
relaxing.
We got the
man.
lo-fi. Like it's meant because people turn on music when they study, right? Or
Of course.
when they do almost anything, they do it with music. So whoever listens to chill music, which is most people that
Right.
don't even listen to it, they're cool with it. So just have it open in a corner. You not only get music, but you get a chance at watching my 3D printer.
You get some
fail or
visual
house catch on fire.
stimulation because it's soothing.
Yeah.
So it's fun to watch.
And the light is not like disco light either. It's like
Right. No.
calm,
Yeah.
moving through.
You're not going to
all
get a
colors.
seizure from it.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah. Hell
So yeah, I do that on Twitch with like all prototypes. That's where I'm showing them off. Like I'm not showing off really. I'm just teasing it.
Right.
And the other day, I actually printed these little clamps for a friend of mine. So
Now, what is that for?
it's for he just sent it to me. He said, "Can you print these out for me?" And then he needed it really quick, so I was able to just get it out. I didn't even ask what it was for, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
My brother, he comes and plays on my PC once in a while. So then I'll be like, shit, what do I do now? So I just go around cleaning up here and there. I'm like, okay, I look at some past designs or like some new designs that I want to make. I'm like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, I'll be like, hey, are you done? And it'll be funny. It'll take me maybe like half an hour to clean my room. But if he's playing game and I will need the computer, it'll be like taking just 5 minutes and everything is done. House is
Right.
mopped, laundry is done, roof's fixed, basement's dug out.
That's why he did it, bro, because your mom told him to come and play on your PC, so you'll do all those fucking chores, okay?
Yeah. I mean, it's my older brother, so like, you know, I can't even. I wouldn't say no. First of all, and second of all, it's like,
No,
you know,
you can't say shit to him.
He, to be honest, if he wanted to, he could go buy his own computer. But it's like, it's the interest of both of us spending time together here.
Sure.
And I have my racing sim here, waiting to get a damn Xbox so I could play on it.
Yeah.
So then we'll have like two things to do.
So your brother lives close to you guys?
No, with us. We all live in the same house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so he's there, and
yeah, it's something that I want to like do. You know, we're in a small house now, but even later when we get a bigger house, I want us all to be together. Like even if it's separate like parcels, I still want to just be on one land because it's like, hey, what you doing? Hey, I'm doing barbecue. Come over. And it's like, hey, you want to go to the pool? Yeah, that pool that's behind my backyard. Yeah, that one.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know, right? Like right in the other room, you're talking through like your cell phone and shit. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have a big land, right?
Yeah, we have well, it's not huge, but like 1 acre.
Yeah, that is huge. If I wish to have an acre lot in my house, I would make a go-kart track course, and between like where the chicanes are, like the turning points and stuff, I'd have like airsoft, like little houses and shit. I'd be doing events with my neighbors. It would be like a big blast.
We actually talked about that when we first started our channel. We talked about, we went through, JP was over here, Colton and Chris, and we were all in the backyard and we were doing like the reviews and stuff. And we were talking about like kind of walking the property. Okay, we can set up like a kill house here. We could set up this here, you know, whatever.
Oh man, it's a dream of mine. Like just going at it with your own ideas. Because I don't know why some of these airsoft fields, unlike Ballahack, which is one that I know, in Virginia, that's the correct one, right? Ballahack, yeah. With Swamp Sniper, oh my god, that guy, he probably has the best field that I would want to, if I had to pick somewhere to go, that's probably the one, especially himself, like his character.
100%.
You already know that place is just chill as hell. But here in Hollywood Sports, they have second stories and they're like, no, you can't go there. I've been on the second story when I shouldn't have been. It's perfectly fine, and I'm 250 pounds. The people playing next to me are kids. They'll be fine. But they lock it. And
you're not like, 450 pounds, but why don't they allow second story stuff?
I have no idea. Maybe the only reason I still don't agree, but the only reason that I would think is valid is if you're looking down on someone and shooting, because some people don't have like really good helmet setups or eye goggle setups, I'd imagine it would like go through or something.
They're supposed to have full seal.
Even when you have full seal, some have like my Lancer tactical goggles that are 8 years old have really thick foam, and it is full seal. But granted, if a BB goes 400 FPS like through the foam, it's soft enough to go through.
Oh, go through it. Gotcha.
But let's think of the chances here and the gameplay that they're ruining by not allowing the second story just for that, you know, I don't know, so many 0.0s and then a 1% chance of it happening.
Right.
But if I were to be hosting a game, which soon, that's another topic. We're going to get into that soon. It would be so different than these basic, you know, okay, guys, team deathmatch. You on this team, you on this team. Like, there's so much more that can be done. It doesn't even cost money.
So when you went there, did they say why no one could go on the second story or whatever? Why is it built there anyway?
They said it's unsafe, and I just asked why, and the ref told me it's unsafe. I'm not blaming the ref in any way.
Oh, I got you.
Because I'm pretty sure they tell the refs, like, no matter what, nobody can be on second story. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Maybe somebody fell out the fucking window or something.
You know, that is a possibility I didn't think about. Maybe the little kids that are short, they're like boosting up each other.
Yeah. And somebody fell out.
You probably little munchkins.
Who knows?
So something different that is like completely crazy is that every game mode is almost team deathmatch. Why is that? Why can't
Yeah.
we just mentally say, okay, it's not team deathmatch, it's freaking
Well, that's the
um,
fields.
like it's not team deathmatch, you know. It's like, okay, this structure exists. Let's have this much people here, and I mean this much people defending, this much people attacking, but like a structure, you know, that exists on the field already. Not even like the whole part of the field.
Yeah.
And medics or respawns, it's not like it requires the property manager to purchase something. It's just mental in that point. Like,
No,
you know, it's a
right.
skill
Your
that they
field's
tell
already
them.
set. All you have to do is
Exactly.
change up the
And
game mode or
yeah,
whatever.
especially since Hollywood sports is like they say they're rated number 1 in California. So, you know,
I have a hard time believing that because
I mean, who would
there's a
contest it
lot
anyway?
of, I
There's
don't know, but there's a lot. I mean, I don't know because obviously I haven't been to that field, but
mhm.
there is a lot of airsoft fields in California.
Yeah. There's Tax City, which I'm pretty sure like that's mostly indoor. I mean, it's
Yeah,
all indoor. It's like
yeah,
someone bought a
Speed QB.
Costco. Someone bought a Costco,
Yeah,
took out all the supplies, and was like, "All right, wooden building here, here, and there."
yeah.
But I want to give it a try one day. But I've just heard
Is
too
that close to
many.
you?
I think it's the equal distance of where Hollywood Sports is, so about
Oh, okay.
50 minutes away.
Yeah.
I did have a friend of mine saying, "Let's go to, I think Redlands, which is like an
Hmm.
hour 20 minutes away."
Okay.
I could be completely wrong on the name, but all I know is that there's a field that I've never been to. That's an hour and
Gotcha.
20 minutes away. He
So
said it's
there's a
better
lot
than.
of airsofters that I've talked with that are out in kind of close to your area. Air Hasmeen,
Mm-hmm.
and then Airsofter Sam, Valkyrie. They're all right in your area. In fact, I think Sam and Valkyrie have played at Hollywood. The same
Mm-hmm.
field that you've gone to. Maybe has meme as well, but and they go to a lot of different fields that are fairly close to you.
Yeah. It just sucks. Like, there's Warped Ops too, in
I've
Castaic,
heard of that one.
which
Yeah.
I like it a lot, but it's mostly like longer range.
Mm.
And I kind of, okay, I really dislike the last game modes they play after their lunch, which is called Ambush. It's like attack and defend. Attackers get respawns, which is cool, but the defenders, I know it's meant to be like a really realistic game mode,
Yeah.
but then the defenders, you only get one life, and this is a game mode that runs about like 40 to 45 minutes. So you wait the whole time as a defender, and then you get like one chance of action if you're hiding in a bush,
Hmm.
or you play somewhere that's up close to their spawns, the attackers, and then you pretty much die, and you gotta wait like half an hour after. So like that's
Oh,
the
that
place.
sucks.
That's the place that I'm building a following for, so I could go and host my own game.
Right.
Um, and I want to do my ideas, like all my game modes. I don't want to spoil here, but
Yeah,
you've seen the list of what I want to do. Like, I have the
for
whole day
sure.
planned out, and eliminate the wait times for, hey guys, we're getting ready for the next game.
Yeah.
You know, half an hour later, we're waiting on that one guy who's filling up his GBB mags.
Well,
You know,
you need to listen to the or go start following Full Auto Airsoft. The guy that
mm-hmm.
runs that and owns that, John, he's got a really good setup with his new indoor field he opened just like last weekend or whatever, where he's got like a set times where these games are starting, the sets are starting or whatever. And they're like, if you're not in there when that set starts, it starts at this time, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, hang back. But they're like, I don't know, 15, 20-minute sessions. But then the next one, and then the next one.
That's cool. Is that in
So,
California?
no, this is in New Jersey. So,
Ah,
well,
damn it. I really like that he, has implemented that, and I'm pretty sure there are some other places that do that too.
yeah.
But just that needs to be like done throughout the entire community. So everybody will naturally just be more on point, like
Right.
punctual with the timings.
Yep.
But I don't really have that problem with Hollywood Sports. I find I could get a lot of games in,
Yeah.
but the only the ambush game mode from Warped Ops, that's like the only thing I dislike about there. Because the longer ranges, like I understand like that's for people with like better guns or whatever. So I mean that's cool. But Hollywood Sports, in as far as what I've played recently, it's been a lot better than what it used to be. I was really happy to play there. Everybody was very chill. The story of the guy that had the MP5 who was literally hiding in a freaking cubby. The whistle rang and my friend and I were running, literally aimless, like right next to this guy, just going. He would have lit the shit out of us, but he was like, "You're so lucky that whistle blew." And he said it from behind us. We jumped. He was so like freaked out.
So what is that now? What happened with that?
So there's these containers that they retrofit to become little game pods to be a part of the field, pretty much. This guy was in a cubby. He was like a small guy. He had MP5
before the game started.
No. When it was about to be ended.
Oh, okay.
We were raiding the shit out of that building. Me and my friend, we killed everybody in there except this one guy that was just hiding. So he was just hiding, and he had a built-ass MP5. Which I don't want to. Well, nobody knows who he is, so I'm gonna burn him out. It's okay. He had like what is it called? When he lets go, it shoots, and when he
the binary
trigger. There we go.
Yeah.
It's like I was gonna light you guys up when the whistle blew, and we went past him because we thought it was clear. We weren't expecting some small guy to just be in a cubby. Well, there the guy was, and it was just.
Oh shit.
It was just good experiences throughout the entire day. To be honest, it's nothing like what I left there, about 5 years ago when I was last playing it.
Right.
I'm just like really happy to see that, the change happens, even though you leave the place full of kids and then 5 years later you come back and those kids are adults and they're good adults.
Right.
So
that's always good to see.
Mm-hmm. I wish that there was like a field that had everything put together, like a little bit from every field. But it sucks here in California because everything is expensive. If you want an acre lot here near where Hollywood Sports is, you're going to have to shell out, more than $2 million for sure. Just for
Jesus.
Yeah. And I think Hollywood Sports has like a 30-acre lot that they bought a long time ago.
Damn, yeah. Before the prices went crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the whole banquet hall, like sporty, like other sport events. Paintball, airsoft, and this might sound like weird, but I think I want to create a gel blaster conversion for airsoft. It just like it.
Explain that. I don't know.
Oh,
what that
you don't
is.
know what like the gel blasters are?
No.
Do you know what an Orbi is? Like Orbeez? They're like white. I mean, not white. They're colorful plastic pellets you put in water, and it sucks the water.
Oh,
and
right.
Like a gel ball. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids had them a few years ago. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So in Australia, apparently they don't allow airsoft, and they could only have those gel blasters. But I'm looking at the gel blasters, and like those things carry a lot more joules than BBs do because of like it's all water and it's larger too.
Right.
I'd say it's about, this is just the estimate, maybe like 14 millimeters, like around.
Gotcha.
So like when one of those things are going, it's going even if the wind is hitting it, and it's less lethal because if you're getting shot with one, it splatters. It doesn't.
Well, it's heavier, but it's softer.
Yeah, right. But it splatters. So like all those energy is.
It's like a mini paintball.
Yeah, exactly. But the paintball even then has that impact because of the casing,
the shell. Right.
Yeah, exactly. But this one is just like. So, I was looking at it, and I think it's just a nozzle difference and the barrel thickness and the magazine. So I mean, there's a lot, but the gearbox can still stay the same, like a AEG style.
Right. The way it projects is all the same. It's just change the size or whatever. for
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
And it still looks just like, normal airsoft guns too. Even the professional ones that I've seen, they're pretty expensive. Like same as airsoft, really.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always wondered. I mean, have you seen those videos where I think it's Silo actually tried out the airsoft paintball BBs. So they're regular airsoft BBs,
Hmm.
but they're not regular airsoft BBs. Same size, but they actually splatter when he shoots them.
Hmm. I think I've seen it. You can't shoot
Yeah.
it with like a certain FPS above.
Right.
Like
Right.
I think it's 200
It'll
FPS or
break.
above. It'll break.
Right.
You know which one I've also seen? The exploding ones. Like um, it literally explodes. Like it should. I mean, it shouldn't be illegal, but it would be lethal if someone mistaken one of those to put in their mag to go shooting. It literally like explodes. Like imagine a popper
Oh,
or something
it's like those little poppers we used to have.
in the white bags that you throw.
Yes. You
Yes.
throw on the ground.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it looked like these were like really popping, like hella. And I think it's metal on the outside too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy what they're fitting inside 6 millimeters.
No shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So the gel blaster thing, is that something you're kind of interested in,
So,
like want to
how,
do?
how my projects usually go is that I have a mindset, like an idea for something, and then I
Yeah.
have an idea for something else, and then like really far out, I just have this other idea that in case if these go to shit or don't go through, I try the other one. So like
Yeah.
the HPA thing, for example, it happened, but it's not like easily mass producible. It takes a lot of post. What's it called? Post. I don't know. I forgot the word, but you do a lot of stuff. You can't just print and plug and play. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
So I scrapped the HPA idea for a little bit, and now I'm gonna work on that grenade. So if all goes successful with that grenade, China will have more revenue, hopefully. So I'll put more time into it. But yeah, that's usually how it goes.
So you're kind of like an inventor. So you come up with ideas, you work on them, see if you can get it to work, because you have a 3D printer and that kind of thing, and then see if it goes somewhere.
Pretty much, yeah. And then
Yeah.
of course, there's a lot of passion in it, but if you're making it for yourself, it's okay if you're not making a profit. But if you're making it mass producible, it has to be easy. You can't put 5 hours on a part that's $50, because then you got to put all the costs aside, and then
Right.
you got to split the profit into your hours. See if you barely get minimum wage out of it. If you don't, it's really not worth to do as a mass produced thing.
Gotcha.
But the HPA thing, I just did it to say fuck it. Like I want to prove that it can be done. Like I can 3D print this shit, and I don't even have to spend $50 on it, just to prove that these $550 HPA setups are just ludicrous of pricing based off of the machining and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, currently the grenade. I want to give a shout out to my friend who always helps me and pushes me, Ty, because he doesn't let me rest. He just is always pushing me to do the next best and biggest thing. And
Who's Ty? I've never seen him on your videos.
He doesn't really it's not an in-person friend. He makes my thumbnails, and I play games with him. All of my gaming videos, he's in for sure. All of my thumbnails,
like Tarkov and all that.
Tarkov, yeah, pretty much. I spend if we end this call, I'm gonna go talk about this video with him. Think about some ideas. He's kind of like my publicist, I guess. I don't know.
That's cool. How'd you guys meet? Just through gaming?
Yeah, we were gaming, and really it was such a if I were to go back in time and try to meet him, it wouldn't happen. That's how slight of a possibility there was.
Right.
And what's funny is even after meeting him, we weren't close friends. We were just gaming, buddies.
Right.
One day he commented on a picture, and then it was we were talking, and then we were so alike. And we're just really close friends, and he helps out with a lot of stuff. He's also an enabler of mine. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been streaming my Twitch, and also I wouldn't have done shorts on YouTube. My first short I posted, he was like,
What?
"Do it." Yeah, he was like, "Do it, do it, do it."
Nice.
I did it, and I got like 750 views in the first 2-3 hours, and then I was like, "Wow, this works." All the way up until the point that I posted the Jay Leno video that got like 3 million views, and
Yeah.
it got me 1,500 subscribers, and it's like they're not active. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
the number is there though, so
Right.
it's a good representative number. And across the channel, my average views are about like 5,000 because of that video. So technically, that stays true for any sponsoring purposes.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's wild. So when you started your new Instagram, your actual Airsoft Instagram, because you blew up, bro, like fast as fuck.
If you guys didn't like hint at that or force me to do it, you see, this is the thing. I need people to enable me to do everything because I myself am just so preoccupied with other stuff. I'll just do it and keep it to myself. But all of this stuff, like
I'm okay with that, bro. By the way, I'm scatterbrained as well. I understand, I understand where you come from. So when you and I were talking about that, and I was like, no, just start a separate Instagram for Airsoft. And you did. And this fucking dude, you went crazy with it. It was awesome.
Oh man, I can't believe the community that, exists. Like,
yeah, but you worked for it. You posted every day, multiple times a day. You created some really cool short, videos or reels or whatever, it worked out good.
Yeah, it was really worth it. I've slowed it down to about one post every 2 days to 3 days now, only because I'm trying to conserve some of that time to venture out into the Twitch streaming and other stuff, because I have a lot of friends who actually really liked it, who have nothing to do with Airsoft at all. They just like the idea that there's music playing and they get to watch something live happening. And I have a current goal. I want to hit 50 followers. I want to become an affiliate on Twitch because I have friends who have Amazon Prime and they're not subscribed to anybody. So a follower and a subscription is different on Twitch. A subscription means that you, as a streamer, you get $2.50 a month from each subscription. Everybody who has Amazon Prime has one free subscription to a channel. So I'm like to my friends, hey, it's all going to waste. You know? If you guys let me have that, I will create some sort of different giveaway for any fails or things that are Twitch related. So now everybody who is a follower on Twitch, on YouTube, so pretty much there's going to be YouTube giveaways, Instagram giveaways, and now Twitch giveaways too. And they're all powered by their own group of people. So, Instagram is currently the most popular. I've done 5 giveaways on Instagram so far. Twitch, none yet, because our first goal is going to be becoming an affiliate. And YouTube is going to be soon once this HPA video releases with the Bullpup AK, which let me pull up a picture here.
Yeah, let me see it. Share your screen.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get just that one picture. I have friends commenting right now. I don't want them to say anything.
Oh, shit.
So here's one picture.
Okay, here we go.
I thought this picture was so freaking funny, man. I looked so big. Small ass guy.
This is why you said you were 450 pounds. No, you don't look. You don't look that big, dude. You don't look that big.
I'm 250.
Yeah, I know. But earlier you were joking and you said something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's comfortability for me. I really don't even give a shit. Like,
you're fine, bro. Colton and Christian on our channel are 320 pounds, and they still, get out there and run around and play whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we're like football players, Football players.
Right. Well, they were football players. They were offensive linemen.
Exactly.
But yeah.
I mean, you still got to run as much, bench. We have torque. We have torque.
Yeah, exactly.
I have So on this is my actually airsoft setup, except for the backpack and the wire. The backpack is only there for my HPA tank, which
Right.
I dangerously fill up to 1,000 psi, even though it's not hydro
God
tested.
damn.
It's just 1,000 out of 3,500, so I'll be fine. The bad thing is that it's a trap no matter what, because I have my HPA tank that lets out 800 psi at any given
Right.
point, and then I have my regulator that only accepts 300. So there's like three really messed up things happening by the time the air comes through the hose.
That nozzle. Yeah, exactly.
To the nozzle. There's three messed up things happening, but that only leads to some inconsistencies. But since I was testing and just making a video, it was okay. And this picture here, let me see. I hope something bad doesn't come up. Oh, okay, good. So the reason why I quit doing the HPA stuff is because after I did it on the Bullpup AK, I was like, okay, M4 is next, because look at this thing. I mean, I want to run the shit out of this with
Oh,
HPA.
it looks cool. It looks like a CQ or the CQR.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like just like it. And I had like the fat mag. I was like, hell yeah, I'm fucking Tarkoving my shit off here. But I couldn't do it for these because the difference is the pneumatic valve has to be on the outside of the gun or in a full stock instead of the collapsing. So, and me putting
why? Explain that.
The M4, the walls of it is slimmer, whereas the AK, it's like a larger box. So the larger box gives me so much freedom. And still, my AK, I could go run it at Hollywood Sports next time I go. I just need a new HPA tank. And I'll be ready to go. So that actually does perform just like how I want it to, as well as consistent as well. I don't know how good, being 15 FPS off is at max, but that's what I'm getting, and it's running really, really good. So this not working out, I was okay with it, but it's good. It's just like a museum piece. This thing, I tested out so much stuff on here.
Yeah.
Let me see what's next on my pictures. Oh yeah, I posted this one. I was so happy about this picture. It came out really good.
Yeah.
But I did take like 120 of them when I was out this day recording. Sadly.
Oh yeah. See, people don't realize that, man. When you're taking pictures, you post them on Instagram, whatever. Like, there's a lot of the pictures we posted. We'll post one from 50 pictures that we took.
I mean, it's how it is, because then you get picky too the more you have. Unless we just have one, then you're like, I have to post it. This is I think the second to last thumbnail my friend Ty made. I mean, he went into so much detail. He didn't only put like Easter eggs like Patrick down there or my name on the warning sticker. He went to my first ever airsoft video, which was with this exact gun.
Yeah.
And he took from the video of the GoPro and he labeled it here. So he took his time, downloaded an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old video, took a perfect screenshot, captured it, put it there. I mean, he used my favorite color, font, everything. And this video is at 180 views. It's gotten me 80 subs. I'm not 80. I'm sorry, 8. But it's still a lot because my channel really fell off after that Jay Leno short. It was like slow. But now it's picking back up, and these thumbnails are helping a lot.
Well, I mean, it's relative. It was slow compared to that. But
see, these 8 new subscribers, it's genuine for Airsoft and other stuff. So, in the future, I'd want a big, community around all platforms, even in real life, like how we talked a long time ago about doing live giveaways, just pulling out of a hat or something. That would be really cool. Seeing the people on the spot just like take the 3D printed parts and like, hey, surprise, here you go. With my first Twitch stream, I did it with phones, and there's this amazing app called iRuin or IRIUN webcam. It turns your do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, it turns your phone, like let's say you have a camera, right, on your computer. It turns your phone into like a wireless camera. It uses your phone's camera and it streams it to your computer.
Oh shit.
And so that's what I used the first stream ever. And it wasn't even in my closet with fancy lights. It was just literally in my like open area with two shitty cameras, one shitty camera, just looking at it. It
Yeah.
was so grainy. It was cutting out. My laptop went to sleep mode halfway through, and it wasn't even streaming very well.
Oh
So
my
then
god.
after that, I fixed a lot of the stuff and eventually got better and better. What I want to do the next part is maybe change the light bulb because it's a little too dark. What
Mm,
happens is the camera now, when it picks it up grainy.
mm,
For the, I don't know, it's called ISO, because when it gets darker, it gets more grainy to be able to
right.
see the night lights and stuff.
Right.
So if it's brighter, I think it'll be cleaner because naturally that camera records in 4K. So I could literally be streaming in 4K, but I have to like zoom in, make sure it doesn't
Right.
get certain things. And I think it's at its height now. It just needs to be a little cleaner. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and I switched to using a hardwired camera, which is the scope cam that I showed you the thumbnail for.
Yep.
That's doing the live stream pretty much whenever it is recording.
Nice.
I have a paper here. It's like not a prototype, but this is what it looks like when I try to write what's in my brain.
Bro,
It
this looks like the stuff that what was that? Iron Man 2?
oh um,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
He was
When
in prison and he had the white parrot and
is
he
it the one
was
where they're on like a racetrack at some point in the movie?
yes.
Oh, okay. And the guy with the thunder shit.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah. He I mean, huge actor. I can't remember his name right now. Horrible of me, but uh oh my god, his name's right there. But anyway, yeah, he's scratching all these notes on, for, while he's in prison about the electrical stuff and all the shit he's built. That's what it looks like.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It might get me somewhere. I might have a flying suit too. I need the
Right?
big one though, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, there's so much to talk about. There's just so much things that's been done.
Yeah.
Um, but the most like shocking to me is the Instagram. Definitely, just how okay. I am following a lot of people, granted, but
Right. Of
um,
course.
like still 1 out of 3 of those people don't only follow me, but I'm getting a lot of story views. I'm engaging with so much people,
Right.
and a lot of them are I think most of my followers are out of the US. So I'm
Yeah.
getting a really good feel for, not only what's happening here or how whatever is happening here, but across, the US as well. Um,
Absolutely.
I've
Yeah.
had
It's
I've had big channels follow, like, small people who are just starting that I could tell they're kind of like me when I was first starting. Like they have a high follow rate, low followers. I'm like, okay, that's me. Follow back.
oh
Um,
yeah.
Support wise, like putting the screenshots up, saying thank you for all the likes here and there. Um, yeah, it was just shocking how it just happened so fast.
I know. Yeah, it was good. Well, I'm glad you did it.
I'm glad you guys pushed me to it. I know till this day it probably wouldn't
Absolutely,
have been a
man.
thing.
Well, you did the work. Like I said earlier, you did you started posting and doing the short videos. Some of those short reels and stuff you were doing were funny as fuck, bro.
Oh man, I had so those. The funniest part is they were after like a 3 hour recording session for a 15-minute YouTube video. I was just dead tired, sweating. Everybody was
Yeah.
asleep in the house, so they were kind of like outtakes or whatever. But at the end, it was just like, damn, I kind of want to delete 3 hours of video and just record this.
Yeah.
So I was thinking and thinking, and it was like, damn, this is gonna be funny. So there was that one where I was recording and I fumble it. It's like, man, fuck you, shit, Andre. That was just the funniest thing ever. I was just
Yeah,
surprised.
I love watching them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make more. I'm gonna try to make an entire bank of videos, so then it'll be like, on Thursdays or on Fridays
Right.
it's gonna be released. But I want to catch up with everything at some point. But right now it's just like me and you are. It's just everywhere the ideas.
Oh, I know.
I have a small room, but in my living room, I have an entire other okay, I'm on a pull-out table right now. You know what you take to like picnics and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm on one of those. In my living room, there's another one of these, right, where that's full of shit. Like 3 disassembled guns, maybe 50 nozzles. Like even here, look, just
Wait a
this is
minute. In your house right now? Do your parents care about that?
my mom. She likes to keep the house really clean, but she likes to like make me happy the most. So she's okay with it for a little while. So what I'll
Gotcha.
do, I found a way to cheat the system.
Okay.
So I clean it up every once in a while, and then I
Yeah.
slowly bring it back on the weekends, where it's like I'm more free and have more time.
And
But
so she'll ask you, hey,
she,
what are you doing with this stuff?
yeah,
And you'll
like
be like,
what's
oh, no,
happening?
no, I'm filming a video tomorrow, so it'll be fine.
Mom, you don't understand. There's a Nigerian prince. He promised me if I keep this here, he will send me $1 million.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
Uh,
but she's really smart. She understands that like what I'm doing and stuff. She
yeah.
sees that like I literally put so much time into that stuff, but my end goal is to freaking have all that done, have like an actual organized schedule because one thing I'm unproud of is how much I play games. Like it's not a lot to be honest, but it's just when I do play, it's usually like driven by oh all the boys are on, hop on, like we're gonna make a video today, and it's
Gotcha.
really fun. But it's like your real life stuff that could possibly become a career in the future is like
Yeah.
left alone for those 3 hours of the day
Mm-hmm.
or sleep. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep in the past 3 days. That's why I'm like yawning and looking around a little. But I mean,
Well,
even today, like,
when you're business minded, right? You're always thinking about, how can I work on this or work on that? Uh, I have the same issues. So it's I work on all this stuff, and then some of the things that limit me are the speed of my computer. So I, film all this stuff or record a podcast.
mhm.
When I transfer 2 hours of video into my editing program, it takes probably 30-40 minutes for it to render to get ready where I can start editing it without incident,
Mhm.
without it slowing down and all that bullshit. So I'll go in and, the next room over, I have my Xbox in there and I'll start playing like Division 2 or whatever game I'm playing at the time and, wait for it. And I wait for the sound for it when it's ready.
Oh, it'll ding or something.
Yeah. But honestly, I could take that time to plan some other things, whatever. But I could be more productive with my time. But I always feel like this, and I feel like content creators have the same feeling where, like they have this drive. I got to put out some kind of content. I got to put out, whether it's on YouTube, editing a video or a post on Instagram. They have this internal drive that is just like, nobody, none of our followers are sitting there texting us saying, hey, when's your next video? When's your next Instagram post? Right. But we have this thing like, oh, I got to put out something. Right. And, once you get hooked on that, it's like you always have this, oh, I didn't post for like 2 days. Oh, shit. I got to do
Yes,
something.
that is like 100% exactly what I felt the first time I didn't post for 2 days. I
Yeah.
was like, no, I'm gonna lose my following. Like everyone's gonna like think that's it, you know.
Right.
But in reality, you know what I think of it as sometimes? It's like meat. You don't want 100% meat. You want fat into it, right? The fat is like the gaming portion or the portion where you take a break. Because even though it's the least healthiest part and it's not meat at all, it's literally what makes the meat the best, right?
Right.
Because this work, the productivity is the meat, and then the fat is all the other part. You know, if you have too much fat, then that's just disgusting. But if you
Yeah.
have a perfect balance, it's perfect.
I hear you, man. Well, this thing with that, like it reminds me of this book I read years ago, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Mhm.
There's a Napoleon Hill. I can't remember when it was written, but it was a long time ago. But one of the stories I remember the most in this book was he was kind of like a consultant back 40s, 50s, maybe 30s, I don't know, whatever, pre 1960. Okay,
Mhm.
and this factory, this manufacturing company, hired him to help them, get more production out of their other shifts, 3 shifts, 24/7, which is what most factories run. And so he went in. So day shift was running the best production. Second and third shift, were kind of like lagging behind. So, and this is a common thing. I worked in factories 25 years, whatever. And so this is a very common thing. But so he went in, and all he did, he looked at all the numbers. He listened to what they were telling him. And so at the end of first shift, he wrote he asked for a big sidewalk chalk or whatever. And he wrote on the floor by the production machines in sidewalk chalk how many items, whatever they were, big items they were producing, whatever. He wrote how many day shift had made, 6 or 7 or whatever it was. He wrote that number on the floor right in the entryway wherever all the workers, production workers, were coming out, and they saw that number. So then second shift hit that number and beat it. And then third shift hit that number and beat it. So it was like, there's this expectation that we all have. So when we're content creators, we see these things, we see the responses, we see the comments, we see all this stuff, and we're like, oh, I want to do more.
Mhm.
It kind of like creates this draw, even without somebody telling you, hey, when's your next post? Nobody has to comment that. You just see,
The
the
engagement.
likes and the comment, yeah, the engagement, and you go, and it creates this like huge draw for you to keep doing more. And I think that's a common human trait that we have, where we want to kind of like, I guess it's
One up everything else,
yeah, maybe the
right?
one up, and maybe the people pleaser kind of thing inside of all of us.
Mhm.
We want somebody to be proud of us. We want to be accepted, whatever. And we want somebody to like what we're doing, basically. So we all have this drive that does that. But content creators that's why we started our YouTube channel. That's why we started a Instagram. You could 3D print stuff and never tell anyone, right?
I
So
have.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, you could enjoy doing that on your own without telling anyone. Once you get in that field where you're like, I want somebody to know about this, uh, I want somebody to like it, and I also want somebody to buy it, you know.
Mhm.
So because I think it could benefit whatever field you're creating things for.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people think of a benefit in everything they do, but mutually out of it, if you get someone else being happy, it's a win-win, and then you think about it even more
Absolutely.
next time.
Yeah.
For example, I sold a M4 kit once, and instead of a muzzle device, they wanted an extension for their barrel because they couldn't fit it. It was like a honey badger type of thing. So when they took
Yeah.
out their suppressor, their barrel ended up here, and their handguard was here. So they
Gotcha.
couldn't put in like another suppressor with like a lighting thing. So
Right.
instead of giving them a muzzle, I fully went to like my drawing board and created a perfect amount of extension for their barrel. So I put that on, and not only, I could have just slapped on 2 designs together and said, "Here you go." No, I made it within perfect specification. To if they were to put a longer barrel in it, it would even dampen the vibration because of how snug the barrel would naturally
Right.
fit for an AEG. So he got it. He was really happy, and he put on some other attachments on it. I never got to see a picture, but I'm just imagining he's happy with it because of it's something impossible that I made possible without having to go and machine for days or weeks. I was just like
Yeah,
designing instead and printed it within 4 hours, a small little piece.
that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean that's the type of things I want to do together with all of this. Um, Speaking of, should we get into the 3D printing things, attachments and stuff, a line of stuff?
I mean, that's up
So,
to you.
all right, here let me open up my docs tab here. So someone actually asked me for a catalog, and I had really really bad luck with it, like super bad luck. I put it up on eBay,
Yeah.
just wouldn't go through.
What do you
I
mean?
put I put up a lot of
What do
like
you mean it wouldn't go
listings.
through?
I put up listings on eBay since it was
Yeah.
a new account. They asked for too much stuff from me, and when I made a listing, I put I will I'll put in this information when something sells, um, and so but you could still list until it sells. The money just wouldn't go anywhere. So I did
Hmm.
that, and I listed like 5 items. And what happened was it didn't go through because when you after you press list, it'll say your item is live after a little bit, and I just never got that. It would have just shown up, and I even went ahead and I made a Google phone number, so I wouldn't have to put my personal. That way, I could get a text on my phone instead of like someone being able to spam call off of an eBay. So
Gotcha.
that didn't work, and then I tried something else, like a website, free website, HTML that you host on your own computer.
Yeah.
No, no, it didn't work. I had no idea. Um,
Huh.
but
Have
I
you sold things on eBay?
like product, like other than 3D
Like,
printed stuff, or
no,
just
anything.
yeah. Actually,
Just curious.
I have a personal like an eBay for other stuff, like
Have you ever
stuff
had
around the
any
garage.
issues with that? Look,
It
we
sucks. It's if your customer wanted to screw you, they can.
absolutely. Like it's
They
a really bad setup, bro.
it really
Like
they
I don't know how
90% they're on the buyer
people
side.
sell things on eBay
Yeah.
because honestly, the experience that I had was when we first started, listing stuff when we had all these guns and we were doing giveaways once a month. We still had so many we wanted to get rid of. We tried Hop Up and all that, and we tried eBay, listed a bunch of things. There was a handful of instances where we actually sold the gun on eBay,
Hmm.
and then the person uh, said that the gun was messed up. And this is a brand new gun. So this is a gun we got out of, mystery box, brand new.
Hmm.
It was used because we used it for the review, right? So it was
Yeah.
shot, one magazine shot through it. That's it. Uh, Pristine condition, put it back in the box, sold it on eBay. These people, there's, multiple instances where they bought it, they paid for it, they returned, well, they did a refund for it.
Hmm.
eBay automatically, when somebody issues a refund, they automatically take it out of our PayPal, even
Hmm.
without proof that they sent the thing back.
Yeah.
So, multiple instances where people got a free gun because they got their money back and they didn't send it back. And I was like, my first thought was when I started seeing this, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, and by the way, eBay makes a profit from when you sell something.
Oh yeah. Now
So
it's about
I'm like, is this an eBay bot? Like, is eBay screwing people on purpose so that they keep the profit and I don't get shit? Like, they
so.
automatically take that shit on my, the refund on my PayPal. It was weird.
So let me tell you the worst case scenario that I've ever had.
All right.
I have sent an item, $475 SR25 full kit, like starter kit with everything.
Yeah.
Um, Person says it wasn't in the box. That's not what they received. I showed dimensions of the box, weight of contents, and everything. I
Right.
put it doesn't really matter for shit, but I put a warranty sticker on tamperable stuff, But once they take it off, it wouldn't really matter because they're
Right.
choosing to keep it.
Yep.
eBay was like, oh, since they didn't receive anything, they can't return anything. I'm like,
Yep.
how about the okay? Anyway, full 100% proof, 100% of delivery and everything. They don't give a shit, like no matter what. And it was just gone. So after that, I started taking pictures, videos of me, what was in the box, and the closing process with fragile
Right.
sticker. You know what they tell me the next time? And luckily, this was 3 to 4 years ago. But you know what they told me the next time? They told me, we don't know if you opened up the box and took it out and then shipped it. So then
Right.
I'm like, here's the weight. And another instance, someone said that they didn't get the box, even though it was delivered with a signature. So these people, and this isn't representative of even 90% of eBay users. To be honest, 90% of my transactions are good, but the bad ones are pretty bad. So
Well,
I started
the point is that eBay's system is fucked up.
very
It really is.
and
So when you do that same thing on Amazon, because Amazon has individual sellers, like you and me could start an Amazon seller page on Amazon. You agree that if somebody returns it, 100% return policy. That's how Amazon is. But they've got you don't get a refund until they get a scan from UPS or USPS or whatever that this item is getting picked up or sent or whatever. Like, bro, the eBay is fucked. Like, it's a really scam system.
A lot of people don't like what they're doing, but they're so big already, and they have so many. They have way more buyers than sellers, of course.
Yeah.
That they're unstoppable, and not to mention they make 13% fee. So if you sell $100 item, they get $13. And if your shipping cost was $50, guess what? They get 30% of that $50 as well.
Yeah.
And on top of it, now your buyer, well, California mostly, now there's an internet tax, 10%. So
Jesus.
So when you list an item for $100 plus $20 shipping, your customer has to pay an extra $12. That's not even coming to you at all.
Right.
And on top of that, eBay messes up the tax forms too. So like if you have something purchased and then returned, they messed it up last year. So I don't know, the 1099 forms.
Yep.
It's just it's a messy system. And you know what you get when you call over the phone? I understand, sir, but there really is nothing we can do. Like, what do you understand about that? I just lost $450 from selling out my, airsoft stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, it's a bad. I don't understand how eBay works, or keeps working when they keep shitting on the sellers. Because, like, if you don't have sellers, you have no buyers. Like,
but that's the thing.
What the fuck?
It comes out to be like a perfectly competitive market. So if people drop out, like let's say all people who sell stuff in the airsoft category, if they all drop out, someone else, is going to be like, wow, nobody's in the airsoft market. I'll go and put shit for really expensive. And then, it's like...
Yeah, until they start getting people that fuck them over where they just don't, they get the stuff and do a return.
Yeah, there's so many of them that want to be selling that they'll get screwed once and then they will never come back. But even then, there's a lot of people that will just try for the first time.
Gotcha.
But luckily, throughout the years of selling on eBay, I've found out a lot of like things here and there. So if next time you do want to sell something, like hit me up for it. I'll help you out. Whatever it is
what could somebody do if somebody wanted to sell something on eBay, their airsoft pistol or whatever,
the thing
how could they avoid?
Try to talk with the buyer first. See if the buyer is a human being. If the buyer is negotiating, like, because you can have best offer. If the buyer is negotiating a really low price, like lowballing you, that's not a red flag, but it's just a flag to take. So after you accept an offer, message them. Be like, hello, this is that. send them an extra picture of it, like a live picture after they've purchased it. Say, hello, this is what you are getting. It's Airsoft. It will come with the state mandated orange tip, blah, 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 all the good stuff. And then get a feel for how they text back. If they say, if they're very livid about the conversation and thankful, then you're not going to have a problem. If they just seem like, oh, what is that? Like, why is that like that? Even though it's 100% the same product that's in your pictures, if they're saying, why is that like that? Cancel the order immediately. Do not go for it just because of that. Or purchase in the case of like a really expensive item, try to not ship with USPS. My experiences with USPS is not too swell. I mostly ship with FedEx, even though there's a very large price hike from like $9 to $15 on eBay. It's still worth it because FedEx comes with a free $100 insurance. So if your package gets lost or broken on the way there, which I've had USPS break one of my packages, like literally looks like someone sat on the box. They're like, no, sorry.
Same here.
We will not cover it because it passed all of our checks, and at no point was the box crushed.
Yeah, everyone knows FedEx is like the top tier with shipping stuff.
Surprisingly, they're all shit, but you are correct. They are still the top, but they're all shit. Because I've sent overnight once something, and it didn't get there for 3 days, and they wouldn't refund me or downgrade the purchase price of the late shipping label to like 2-day or express saver. They're just
but your stuff will get there intact.
Your stuff will get there intact.
100% with FedEx.
Yeah, and the thing is that there's still the same chance of it getting messed up, but you get a free included $100 insurance with that. So if it does break even then, they're pretty lenient on that. I've maybe made a claim twice out of my 4 or 5 years of selling, but it's been a swift experience anyway.
Well, let me ask you, what are you looking forward to for the rest of this year? We've got 6 months left in 2022. It goes quick.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking forward to in Airsoft for Vanalex Airsoft?
I would like to make one Airsoft video a month, like a live Airsoft. Me going out, meeting people and stuff, having that. Continuing projects, maybe have one completed project every 2 months, so like 3 more this year.
Like the 3D projects?
Yeah, 3D, like the nade, just the kits here and there, like the M4 kit that I put together. That didn't take a long time. It was cool to work with people on that as well. Become a Twitch affiliate just so I could have more concrete support rather than, numbers or ideas. Other than that,
gotcha.
Probably do my first YouTube giveaway, which would be really fun for Airsoft stuff because YouTube, even though it started at all, has not seen one giveaway yet, whereas Instagram has seen a lot. A Twitch giveaway, because if I do hit affiliate, it means that I will do a giveaway there.
Nice.
Have this whiteboard here actually filled out with stuff that I'm going to do. Sadly, the last thing written on here is 1,500 Instagram followers, and we are 1,100 past that.
Way over that.
Yeah,
way over that.
1,100 past that.
You need to update that shit, bro.
Oh, yeah, I got to clean it out with some Windex. Water and spray won't even work right now.
Yeah.
Get this thing up and running. Maybe... find an Airsoft sponsor. That's number one. I want to go out there and play, and I want to represent something else, like a company. I want to represent, because I feel what I'm doing with this 3D printer brand, with Geno's 3D printer filament, I've helped a lot of people actually find a good brand, help them out, make them aware of all the possibilities with working through a smaller company that is really taking the time and supporting other people. For example, the cost of this filament is about $22, which is in the perfect price range. Perfect.
Like for a reel?
Yeah, for an entire reel, which, to be honest, I've been getting about 3 reels this year each month from them. And across 3 printers, it's been doing me really good. So, and I print a lot. Nobody prints as much as me. I literally have on my whiteboard, I have a big thing that says keep printing, and then they're always printing. This one right here is not right now because of the LCD screen, and I'm setting up something special for the next live stream. But I would love to represent another company, just knowing that I'm going to go out, play for free. That's going to be awesome too, because I'll just be like seeing people on the field like, hey, bud, you just dropped the mag. Here you go, take mine. Because they wouldn't be really coming out of my pocket. It would be more of an experience between me and whatever company it is. It's like, here, made possible
Right.
by dot, dot, dot. Yeah, like that. Maybe have stuff listed like on an actual site with all the parts, or just talking with you to see what the future of all this is, because whatever it
Right.
is, I want us to mutually benefit, because I really like what you guys are doing. What I'm doing is like a startup, but it's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
man, you're doing good.
yeah. Well, how about you guys? It's only fair that I ask in return, right? 6 months.
Bro, listen, I'm the only one right now. Okay. These guys are busy as fuck. So I'm doing podcasts. That's it.
I see that.
That
Yeah, you
is,
are.
that is honestly the only plan, here in the next, 2 to 3 months that I can see.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Okay.
that's
I
it.
mean, yeah, you're pushing
Yeah.
out a lot of them.
Yeah. 3 a
Some people,
week.
that's a lot, especially since
Yeah.
they're going. This has been going on for, let me see,
A
a
couple
long time.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So,
about things like the Milsim? I saw you guys went to that. Is there more
yeah,
footage of that? Because I mean, you
dude,
guys look like a really fun
I
bunch.
have a lot of footage from that, that I have not done shit with. And also, I went and played, or I didn't play, I filmed at Blue Hole Airsoft, which is, probably about 2 hours away from me here, in South Carolina, with Tugboat Captain, as on our Discord, um, Todd, who's been on our, a few of our videos.
Mhm.
He lives like 30 minutes away from me. Still have that whole thing that I haven't done shit with. So, I go to work, you know, come home, edit the podcast that I did, or record a podcast. Uh, and while I'm waiting to, record a podcast with somebody, I'm editing those podcasts that I did, yesterday. I've taken all that footage from Stonebreaker, put it in my editing program so it'll render,
Mhm.
saved it, shut it down, opened it, uh, you know, to edit a podcast, and have not had a chance to go back to that. And then on the weekends, uh, my on Saturdays, my kids come over. I'm usually working in the morning, and then my kids come over for dinner, and we have game night. And Sundays, I'm fucking exhausted. So I'm
Sunday is
like,
rest day.
bro, uh, I look like a fucking beach bum on Sundays, laying around in shorts and sitting out in the sun, and just like kind of like out of it half the day. So, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So our channel has really changed a lot in the last, 6, 7 months or whatever. And so yeah, that's we don't have plans. I am waiting on word for when these guys, whatever next event they're going to, which I think is going to be in September, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm not going to go to one by myself without these guys. So whatever they plan, I'll go with them. And outside of that, I am scheduling podcasts. So
Well, I mean, it's not easy editing a 3-hour video, so
for
I'm,
sure,
I'm
bro.
that's forgiven, definitely. But I
Yeah.
I do I want to see. I saw you guys' little reels that you guys were making, and I just want to know, like, I want to see that whole vibe turn into the airsoft. I want to see it in
Yeah.
action.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I think another goal for mine that I wasn't really thinking about this year is to probably set up a podcast, but I would want to call it an express podcast. The reason why is I want to have like questions and then just bam, go off the list. And if we were to go off on a tangent from those lists, like that would be okay. But
Yeah.
I want to make like something really fast. You know, not fast, but like in a large amount of time. I want to cover a really, really large amount of stuff. Because like
Yeah.
me and you, we're talking super in depth about, you know, a lot of topics, but we
Right.
want to talk a lot of topics in a smaller like depth. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely want to do that with you, and ask you guys questions because even though I do ask questions here, there's like other stuff. You know, I want to do my homework on your guys' channel, some stuff.
Yeah.
I wanna find out what's happening. But you
Hell yeah.
do you live somewhere where it's like popular, where there's a lot of airsoft happening?
There are a handful of fields, you know, fairly close to us, but I'll be honest. If airsoft in general, like most places, is not that popular, like in relative terms, if when I go out and I have, t-shirts that say airsoft on it, just walking around the store or walking around, where I work and stuff like that, just wherever. Most people look at that word, like if I ever engage them, like in conversation or whatever, it is, they have no fucking clue what that word is. Like they really don't. So if you walk around, in comparison, if you walk around somewhere and you're in a store somewhere, you're standing in line or whatever, and you just ask a random person, hey, do you know about, NBC? They'll go, yeah, I watch that channel, like they know. Okay. You ever heard of Nike? Of course.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Apple computers? Duh. Okay. You ever heard of Airsoft? No. No fucking clue. Hey, you ever heard of football, baseball, soccer? Yes.
Or even paintball. Like
Yeah. Paintball, everyone knows.
Too.
Even older people,
Yeah.
like old ladies. Yeah, I heard of paintball. I think my grandson used to play it. Yeah. Say airsoft. They have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I usually tell people it's
only airsofters think that airsoft is huge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because they see Airsoft Alphonse, Silo, Balahack, Swamp Sniper. They see their YouTube channel and go, oh shit, they got 1 million followers and 100 million views on all their videos or whatever. Go out in public with some airsoft shirts on and say, hey, do you recognize this name? Airsoft Alphonse, Silo, Swamp Sniper. Go out there and Novrich. Wear a Novrich t-shirt in your local city, walking around and just interview people. Hey, have you ever seen this name before? Nope.
Have you seen
one out of 1,000 will say, yeah, I follow his channel. Like, for real, bro. Airsoft is not fucking known anywhere, okay? It's only airsofters that thinks that it's, like, super popular. Like, for real.
Have you ever seen the movie called Superbad? I'm pretty sure you have.
Yes.
That part where he's like, ask me about my wiener. And then when he's doing the challenge to get into the thing, what's it called?
Right.
The frat. It's like, ask me about my shirt. Do you know what this is?
Right? 100%, bro. Yeah. It is because of the echo chamber, like they call it with social media. Airsofters follow other airsofters on Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And they think that everyone knows about airsoft. Go to your local fucking city and ask. I've been thinking about this. I want to do a video on this. The problem is nobody will fucking watch the video, so it won't matter anyway. But I wanted to go. I wanted to go into our downtown, which is, Greenville, South Carolina, is our big downtown, and go down there and just, on a big weekend, like in the summertime when they have all these events and stuff, and wear like a, not our shirt, because, you know, within airsoft, you know, just a normal airsoft kind of shirt, you know,
Mm-hmm.
general, and ask people and film them. Hey, have you ever heard of airsoft? Have you just heard of the word, heard of the sport? And I want to film how many people out of 100 have even ever heard of the word, you know, or heard of, or at least know about the, you know, the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's most people. I would bet 70 out of 100 would be like, nope, I don't even know what the fuck you just said. Okay. So,
You
yeah,
know,
for real. You know,
surprisingly,
yeah, airsoft is not popular. Okay. At all.
you're right. Like a lot of people won't get it, but surprisingly, like the people that I know, even though it is like still random, um, they do have a hint of it. Like it's not
Well,
that they know, but
it's
like
relative.
yeah.
It's because the friends you know are into airsoft, or you know you're related in that way, and those friends of those guys
Mhm.
know airsoft. Outside of that, none, bro, none.
So
Like the
Sean,
general public does not know airsoft.
you should title it. Do you know airsoft? Like the video, something short, and then put like a really dumb title, like one of those really bad infomercials where they can't even open their water sink. I mean the water
No,
faucet.
I'll just have a picture of, you know, a bunch of people just
Point a gun at a random person.
like airsoft question mark, and a bunch of people in the city just looking like, huh? You
Yeah.
know, because that's
Take a
what
stock
everyone
image.
does,
Take a stock image of like a bunch of people in a neighborhood. Like
bro. I'm telling you, it is. Most people have no clue what airsoft is, and then they, you know, even the ones that have heard of the name or, you know, the word,
mhm.
uh, don't know. Like they haven't seen videos on it. So, you know, paintball they actually had, you know, ESPN 3 used to televise paintball tournaments years ago. So for quite a while. So even the people that have no clue about paintball, they've actually seen a video where, you know, a tournament, whatever. So they see somebody shooting these things, they see somebody getting hit with those, and so they can understand, like, oh yeah, they shoot paint and it, you know, splatters. Ask somebody if they've ever watched an airsoft video, bruh. Nobody,
It's funny you
nobody.
say that because I think if airsoft were to go up against paintball to be on a ESPN channel,
Yeah,
you'd have more people want to watch airsoft because of how much more tactical it is. Like paintball is cool,
I
but
don't think you
at
would.
the at
No,
the end of the day,
no.
wait, hear me out here. You have a bunch of people that are holding like this gun and they're just doing this. Whereas paintball, you have like all the tactics and stuff,
Mm-mm.
or like the
That's
grenades.
boring. It's fucking boring, bro. I mean, let's be honest. When somebody watches a video,
Mhm.
uh, now if you're into airsoft, if that's your thing, then you know what to look for. It's different. But when somebody outside of that is just watching, they want to be visually stimulated. Okay? Something that is visually stimulating has to have color and action. Okay? So paintball has that. If you take those things out, the color, so you have action in paintball, or I mean in airsoft, but not color. Like people wear camis, it's like military stuff, okay? So think of a military movie, right? A war movie. A war movie is fucking boring if there's no action going on, right?
Mhm.
They're all in camis, they're creeping around. If nobody has any, you know, nobody's getting shot and there's no blood and there's no explosions going
Explosions.
off, okay, and no, you know, airplanes coming in dropping bombs and all this sound, right, audio and visual stimulation when you're watching a video, it's fucking boring. uh, Airsoft, there's no sound because it's the you know, it's
Yeah.
very low sound. There's no visual stimulation in airsoft unless you have the sniper scope, the scope cam kind of thing, whatever, where you can watch the BB go and hit and ping, you can only watch that for like 5 minutes before you get bored as fuck. Okay. They can't, that's why they don't put, all these popular airsoft channels on ESPN3. It's not visually stimulating.
Well,
Paintball at least had color and action. And then they started wearing those colorful jerseys, where it makes it fun to watch. That airsoft will never, ever be on any kind of like major station for people, the general public to enjoy watching, unless it gets some kind of color involved. Okay. Like powder rounds. So when it hits, just like paintball, it does some kind of, pink smoke or something. It ain't going to happen because it's fucking boring.
Yeah, I did have a rebuttal to you saying paintball would be better as a thing, but you're right. People like to see color. Yeah, they don't like to see
Dude,
the
I mean,
ball.
think about why when people come over our house for parties, I have, 5 TVs throughout the house, all, just placed all over. So I'll have one with music on it, with like, but I have music. It's not a blank screen on the TV. There's music on the sound bar, but I have a YouTube channel that has like the drone footage of like the Caribbean. Okay.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
visually
4K
stimulating to watch.
videos.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
deep house music. There is, if there's sports on, I will have one of the TVs will have a golf channel on. I fucking hate watching golf, but I'm going to tell you what's good about golf. It's so pretty. The greens, okay, all the golf courses are beautiful to look at, right? And that's what we were talking about earlier with
Like
the green grass and
Yeah.
foliage and stuff. So but golf, you turn the sound off, all right? Put some music behind it because it's very quiet sport. There's no action, right? But it's beautiful to watch on a 4K TV. So, there's certain sports that are fun to watch like that because they're visually stimulating. That's why American football is so fun to watch. Not just because the action, if you're into football, but if somebody's not into football, they see the colors of the jerseys and the team colors and all that kind of stuff. They're vibrant. And on the contrast of this green, super green grass, and they enhance that on TV, by the way. So what you're watching on TV is not what you see when you go to that field to watch the game. But, it's great to watch. It's visually stimulating. But like I said, I'm not shitting on Airsoft, obviously. I'm
you're bringing
saying,
up valid points. Yeah, no,
yeah, it's not fun to watch. Only airsofters like watching other airsoft videos. Nobody in the general public would sit there and actually sit down and watch. Hey, let me show you these, take the most popular airsoft video and stick it on your screen in front of 1,000 people at a big party. Nobody's going to give a fuck about that shit, bro. They're going to be like, turn this shit off. Turn some music on.
I have a video in mind. Have you ever seen? I think his name's Nico. He has a MP9 video where he puts like booby traps within doorways, and he's like solo too. The ref literally comes. He's like, "You're done," because he's like just melting all these players. It's literally the most.
That's only because you like airsoft, though.
I can't see now. I can't argue against you now because yes, I do have the bias because I love airsoft.
Listen,
See?
I want somebody to, so you're analytical. Go out and take the most popular airsoft video and go to your local city and start showing this video to 100 people at a time. Who likes this video? Like, hey, would you watch this? Would you watch this? Do you like this? Do you like? No.
I paid a local movie.
Nobody likes it.
Of it.
Like, for real, bro. That's just, that's how it is. Only airsofters like, watching the other airsoft kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, listen, that's my rant on the video, or how many people know about airsoft or whatever. Like, most people don't know. They really don't. So, whenever you're starting, Instagram, YouTube channel, whatever, like, it's a very, very niche topic for people in the general public to follow. Start a cooking channel on YouTube. It'll fucking blow up in like 3 months.
Or
okay? Because everyone in the world from, 12 years old to 70, hey, have you ever seen a cooking video? Of course, right?
Yeah.
So it's a huge difference. But yeah, people starting off in airsoft with creating videos like, what we're talking about with your Instagram and stuff like that, you get a lot of followers because they're other, airsofters, because of how Instagram is set up, where you can tag people and follow people and they follow you back and that kind of thing. But just put some videos out there on YouTube with the general, airsoft. Like, nobody sees it.
You're right. You're definitely right. So,
but anyway, so our, getting back to what we were talking about, our, we don't have these guys. I'm kind of waiting on them to see what event they're going to next. But my only plans are to keep doing the podcast because I really enjoy them, obviously. So, I love talking with people and finding out their story and how they got started and what they're doing and what they're looking forward to in their next big events and that kind of shit. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm glad. This inspires me to like do my own podcast now, and I'll be happy to
Good.
It started here, it's trifecta.
Absolutely,
and it started,
man.
Like, we wouldn't meet unless if it was the shorts, right? Because you messaged on a short.
Yep.
I didn't even know like how serious you were, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, we have Discord, we have this. And again, see, all of this sprung up because of my friend Ty, who said make shorts. So, brought us here.
I need to talk to that dude.
Dude, you'll love him. He's like, I don't know how gun nut you are, but he knows everything. Like,
I would love to talk to him. When, definitely after this, send me his contact info, and I'll message him.
All three of us, actually.
Yeah, no, I'll just talk to him. I'm just kidding, man. I'm kidding. I know, right?
Okay. You guys all live your separate lives.
I'm kidding. I just want to see your reaction. All right, dude. Well, listen, man. It's been a while. We've been talking. It's 12:15 a.m. here, and I still need to watch my Halo episode.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So, and I got to take a piss. All right.
That's the worst part. Don't hold those. Every time I hold in like a pee overnight, the morning just sucks. Like it's worth it right then and there, but when you wake up, it's just like.
I hear you.
Well,
it's been great talking with you, man.
Of course.
Thank you again.
See you next time.
All right, brother.